Welcome to the Destiny Keys, Life Purpose Astrology with Ahimsa Grace, astrology teacher and spiritual space holder. We look at the stars and we know things.
This is your essential guide to Libra season. Welcome to the Destiny Keys, making astrology understandable and accessible to everyone. So you can use every month on the astrological calendar to work on a project, be that a heart-led business, your spiritual life, learning, family, home, whatever is most important to you. This podcast will show you how to use the Libra energies of beauty, balance, and fairness without getting lost in the pitfalls of Libra, who can self-sabotage yourself to keep other people happy. This is so you can move your spiritual business or other projects forward in a fun, beautiful, and calm way that means you can have fun while changing the world. I will also be giving you some new and full moon rituals aligned with the energies of Libra. So it is Libra season. This means that for the next 30 days, the sun is shining on the astrological sign of Libra, bringing fun, comedy, art, creativity, and beauty. Perhaps also some people pleasing, guilt, and perfectionism too. The equinox is the day that the sun moves from Virgo into Libra. It's when the days are perfectly balanced. It's the scales, balance, fairness, justice. It's like the yin yang, the balance of life. So we've got summer and winter, warm and cool, busy and still, awake and asleep, doing and resting. And it kind of feels like Libra season is like that. We are winding down, ready for the winter, and everything starts to come into balance. So the sun moved into Libra on Sunday, the 22nd of September. So, what energy is Libra? Every astrological sign has a high road and a low road. So, the high road of Libra, which is an air sign, which is the scales, is balance, justice, and fairness. It's about taking things lightly, seeing the beauty in life, knowing that sometimes times are easy, sometimes times are hard, and that is part of life, which is always striving for equilibrium, but sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down. So it's about that fun, having a laugh, enjoying yourself, communicating. Libra can also fall into wanting to keep everybody else happy, and Libra will burn itself out to keep everybody else happy. So this is for you if you feel guilty because other people may be upset or not everyone is happy, feeling resentful because you give so much to keep other people happy, burn yourself out to keep other people happy. It's a lot about the people around us and how we interact and feel about it. And it is really that perfectionism. Each of the 12 zodiac signs is in everybody, you and I included. So these will show up in your life, perhaps sometimes the high road, perhaps sometimes the low road. So take a look and see where Libra is on your chart. I will show you now by bringing up mine. So the symbol for Libra is the scales. I'm circling it with my cursor. It's a yellow symbol. There's a sort of flat line and then a sort of omega line. And wherever that falls on your chart is where Libra is showing up in your life. So on the inside of the circle, you've got the numbers of the houses. Now, if you don't have your chart, you can go to astro.com, charts and calculations, then chart drawings, put in your birth details, and you will get something that looks similar to this. The zodiac signs on the outside and the numbers of the houses on the inside. So where is Libra showing up for you? Whichever house Libra falls in is the life area that you may feel the perfectionism, guilt, and people pleasing, or the funny and the fun and the great communication of Libra. So let's work through them house by house. So the first house is your lens of the world. how you go out into the world. So, for people with Libra in the first house, you may go out into the world thinking that you need to be perfect, that the world needs to be perfect, or that life is fun. I take it light and I have a laugh. That's how I go out into the world. Then we've got the second house. Libra is also in the second house for me. So, this is the house of money and self worth. So, I am only worthy if I'm perfect, or I get my sense of self worthiness from my great communication or my sense of comedy. Then we've got the third house. What a great place for Libra to be. Libra is a great communicator. So, this may be that you communicate really, really well in a fair and balanced way. Or maybe you're a perfectionist with how you communicate. Do you see the pattern here, guys? All right, then we've got the fourth house. So, the fourth house is the house of the home and childhood as well, your childhood home in your home now. So, fourth house Libra is that my home needs to be perfect, like a show home, perhaps. It could be that my house is a laugh, like we all have fun, we're all, making each other giggle, and life is home is somewhere where we have fun together. Then we've got the fifth house, the house of fun, the house of hobbies and pastimes. So, are you too much of a perfectionist to have fun? Are you too worried about what other people think to let your hair down? Or perhaps you are really funny and you get, this is how you have fun by making people laugh. Like, this is your hobby, this is your pastime, this is how you are with children as well. You're always making them giggle. Then we've got the sixth house, the house of health and work. So if you are a perfectionist in the way that you work, in your daily routines, this could be impacting your health quite significantly. Or you take everything lightly and you take a balanced approach to everything, to your work, to your health, and you found that nice balance for yourself. Then we've got the seventh house, the house of partnership. You're a perfectionist with yourself or your partner, or you're always having a laugh with your partner. You have a great sense of fun together. We've got the eighth house, which is the house of transformation. So you're either laughing your way through transformation, knowing that is the healthiest way to do it, or you are trying to micromanage, make everything perfect, even when you're going through really difficult changes. This could be the woman who goes into labor and before she goes to hospital puts on a full face of makeup, because even in those transformative times, she needs to keep this veneer of perfection. That's not a judgment, by the way. We all have Libra in our charts. And then we've got the ninth house, the house of expansion. So you expand through your communication, through taking things lightly. Honestly, it's the best way to be is making life fun. Or you're a perfectionist with yourself, with your higher learning experiences. You're a perfectionist with yourself. Even when you're expanding, you're trying to make it go a certain way and the way you think it should be. 10th house is the house of career. So here it would be you're a perfectionist with yourself in your career. You are busy trying to keep everybody happy in your workplace. You are seen as a perfectionist in your job. I can definitely see that. Or you're a comedian, like you're the office joker. You make everybody more relaxed when you are in the workplace. My little boy has got 10th house Libra and he wants to be a YouTuber that makes everybody laugh. Like that is his life goal and it's always been. Then we've got the 11th house, the house of community. So you are trying to make everything perfect for everybody and keep everybody happy within your friend group, within your community group. Or again, you're the funny one in your friend group and your community group, and you're great at communicating with your people. And then we've got the 12th house. This can be the house of the undoing. So if you are perfectionist, you may not see it in yourself, or maybe you do now. So this could be something that, maybe you have anxiety, maybe you have urinary problems. Libra is related to the kidneys, so it could be UTIs. This is related to anxiety around trying to keep everybody else happy. So one to keep a lookout for and have a little think about if it's in your 12th house. And remember, the high road that you're aiming for is taking things lightly. There's no such thing as perfectionism. There's no such thing as perfect. Perfectionism is never going to get you anywhere. So that is a breakdown of the houses for you to consider which house or houses Libra shows up for you, where you may be falling into the low road and where you may be able to move into the high road for better health, better relationships, better communication. Taking things lightly is good for everybody, and this is your invitation to do so. So, let's have a look at the retrogrades that are starting or ending in Libra season before moving on to some full and new moon rituals and affirmations. So, what is a retrograde? A retrograde is when a planet appears to move backwards in the sky, and it takes the energy of that planet, because every planet has its own energy, and turns it within. So we've got one planet going retrograde in Libra season and one planet whose retrograde is ending in Libra season. These are both really powerful. So let's do this. We've got Jupiter. Jupiter, pop it in your diary, goes retrograde on the 9th of October, and it will be retrograde going into 2025. So what's Jupiter? Expansion, spirituality, higher learning. Jupiter brings luck and fortune. So consider what inner changes you are making to become more expansive, to learn more and deepen your spiritual experiences. So this is making inner changes. Is there any blocks in you to learning and higher learning? Do you pick up a book and read 3 pages, then put it down again? Is there a way that you can stick with it somehow and embrace that higher learning? Do you allow yourself to expand? Do you allow yourself to take up space, or do you try and stay the same? Is there something in you that is stopping you because you're afraid of change and expansion? And spirituality, is there anything within you that is resistant to your spirituality? You're a spiritual being having a human experience. So we honor both those sides of ourselves. If you're here, I don't think you're pushing away your spirituality, but maybe you could embrace it more and make more time for it. So why is this so exciting? Because these changes take place within us. We may learn more because we unblock resistance to learning or spirituality or expanding ourselves. And then when Jupiter goes direct next year, those changes that we've made inside manifest in the external. More spirituality, using our higher learnings for something incredible, because it's going to expand our horizons on the external. Allow ourselves to take up more space, be bigger, be louder, be bolder. It's really, really exciting. It's happening in the sign of Gemini. So this is around allowing yourself to network, allowing yourself to communicate, be heard in your communication style. So that might be coming up for you. Okay, so that is the Jupiter retrograde. Then we've got Pluto. So Pluto is finally going direct. This has been retrograde for 5 months. So it goes direct on the 12th of October. So Pluto has been retrograde in 2 energies, Aquarius and Capricorn, and we have been experiencing deep transformations within, deep phoenix energy within, around Aquarius energy, which is authenticity, rebellion, astrology, embracing who we really are, and going through a rebirth with that, but also with business and work. Do you overwork? Are you closed emotionally? Is there anything blocking you from building an incredible empire? So these inner changes have been happening for the past 5 months. And when Pluto goes direct, they can start making changes on the external, making transformations that match the changes that have happened within you around your authenticity and around your work. This is really exciting, very, very exciting. And I think we'll be feeling this for the rest of 2024. So they are the retrogrades that I feel are important to mention during Libra season. Now let's move on to the moons. We have the Libra new moon on the 2nd of October. Now, normally I give you a time for the new moon, but I'm going to give you a window. This is UK time, 1945 to 1949. Okay, so quarter to 8, 10 to 8 in the evening, UK time. So this is a lunar eclipse. It is the closing of the dragon's portal. So the dragon's portal is a 2-week period in which you are stripping away anything that is standing between you and your highest life purpose and embracing what you need to achieve all that you are able to achieve in this lifetime when it comes to your higher purpose. So it's embracing your role as a healer. It's letting go of addictive behaviors that are holding you back, like procrastinating. It's embracing the Libra traits as well, the high road of the Libra, which is the communication, the balance, the having that fun approach to work rather than it has to be perfect all the time and everybody has to be happy. Switching those out. So you may be setting intentions and releasing because it is an eclipse around art, creativity, fun, laughter, taking things lightly, perfectionism, people pleasing, guilt, and resentment. It's a new way of moving anything forward, any project, be it your relationships, be it your spiritual business, whatever it is. If you are trying to move something forward, trying to keep it perfectly balanced all the time, everybody's happy all the time, it's always perfect. Is that approach going to move things forward very well? Or taking things lightly, making it fun, chatting, networking, creating art in what you're doing. It inspires people, it draws people to you. People want to be with the person who's having a laugh, not the person who's nagging them because it's not perfect. So it's having that shift in the way that we do things because when we take it too seriously, we're just not as successful. So here's a ritual for you for the new moon. It's an air ritual because the Libra is the air energy. So I want you to write out 2 columns what you are embracing from what we've discussed today and what you are releasing. And you might want to set up a little altar. People quite like that, quite like that. So you could maybe get a feather. You could maybe get an opalite crystal or blue aventurine, some herbs or flowers, rose, violet, jasmine, even ashwagandha. If you stick some ashwagandha in your smoothie, you can sprinkle that. That's associated with the Libra energy as well. So you've got your altar if you wish, and you've got a list of what you're embracing and what you're releasing of those Libra energies. More fun, please, less seriousness, please. Come into your breath. Deep inhales and exhales. It's air. We need to fill our body with oxygen. And then say out loud what you are releasing and what you are embracing. And then safely burn the list of what you are releasing, not what you're embracing, what you're releasing. And then you're going to have ashes and you can scatter those ashes to the air. So the feather is air, the breath is air, saying it aloud is air, scattering the ashes to the breeze is air. It's really embracing that Libra energy. And an affirmation for the new moon, the day of the new moon, around that time, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. It makes me want to sing that cheesy song, but I'm not gonna. So that's the new moon. Then we've got the full moon 2 weeks later. So we've got the Aries full supermoon. Did you see? Did you see the full moon in Virgo season? It was huge, and it was like it looked like the sun. It was incredible. So I'm hoping it's going to be that again, like a really big, beautiful moon. So the Aries full supermoon is the 18th of October, UK time, it's 26 minutes past midnight. So it's only just in the 18th of October. Okay. So about half midnight, really early in the morning. So we are releasing around those Aries energies: aggression, fighting, passive aggression, repressing your anger, frustration, poor boundaries, rigid boundaries. All of this is the low road of Aries. Um, it's not about not having that fire, it's about having a healthy outlet for it rather than stuffing it down and exploding or fighting with people. Have a healthy outlet for the fire. So please don't think I'm saying repress it, because I'm not. Okay. So, a fire and air ritual for the full moon. Get clear on what you are releasing, the things that I've just mentioned there. Which of those do you do that are sabotaging you? Then you can light a candle or light a fire. Some nice things for your altar, maybe some tektite. That's like volcanic stone. In fact, it's what they use for pumice stones if you've got one of those. Put that on your altar. Citrine, bloodstone, yarrow, nettle, wormwood, hawthorn. So they can go on your altar. A couple of those could be used for tea if that's something that you're kind of familiar with, and drink all herbal teas and you know which are safe for you. Then get that energy out of your body so you can dance like a loony under the moon. Strong exercise, yoga, like a really strong sun salutation or a vinyasa flow. And as you are sweating and moving and breathing, imagine what you are releasing, leaving your body, leaving your energetic field. Aries is very fiery and very much about movement. So that could be a really powerful ritual. Let me know how you find it. Let me know if you dance around the garden like a loony. I want to see pictures. And an affirmation for you: I release my fire. Doesn't mean that we don't have a fire. It means that we have a healthy outlet for it. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of the mantras? What do you think of the rituals? Let me know how you get on with them. Remember to dive deeper into your own chart. I have a beautiful free Facebook community. I go live every week, Astrology for Healers. I'll put the link in the description. I am so ready for Libra season. It is going to be absolutely beautiful. If you want to move projects forward, we want to do it with fun and with joy. If we do these things with fun and with joy, they are sustainable, and we don't end up turning our hobby into our work. It carries on being something you enjoy doing. And isn't that what you want to do every day for the rest of your life? Something you really want to do. So I will see you again in 2 weeks for another episode of the Destiny Keys. So much love. Enjoy Libra season, and I will see you again soon.
This has been the Destiny Keys Life Purpose Astrology with Ahimsa Grace.